Ladies and gentlemen, introducing the worst fucking podcast you've ever heard. Both mics.
Well, that was golden. Half the intro music was sound down, so that I got that going for us. That was good. That was great. Welcome to Both Mics, everybody.
Hey, folks. Both Mics is a show about nothing and everything. Your favorite podcast. That over there is Michael Sofka.
And that over there is Mike Taylor, and we are Both Mics.
We sure are. Welcome to show number 116 of Both Mics. You can find us anywhere you can find podcasts. You'll find us on iHeartRadio, live every Friday night on twitch.tv/bothmics. Come find us, come hang out with us, tell a friend, and go piss up a rope.
Nice.
You like that?
Yeah. So, Mike, I'm going to be going to Rockville soon.
Rockville?
Rockville.
Isn't that in Illinois?
Yeah, right? Rockville. Welcome to Rockville is the festival's correct
welcome
name.
to Rockville.
Yes.
The concert.
Formerly in
cool.
Jacksonville, last year in Daytona, and then in Daytona again this year. I got the,
right.
If you're on twitch.tv/bothmics, you can see right now I have the card up there, the poster with the days broken down. So I'm going to kind of...
Are you camping out?
I can't hear you, what?
Are you camping out?
No.
No, you're traveling back and forth every day?
Yeah, it's like maybe 4 or 5 miles from the hotel.
Oh, the hotel. I thought you were traveling from Central Florida.
No, I'm too old for that shit, dude. I need the luxuries. I need the amenities. I need all that shit.
Nice. The amenities for a concert from 11 in the morning to 11 at night. What amenities are you wanting besides a nice warm bed?
Yeah, that's pretty much it. Air conditioning, and being I'm in Daytona, I'm going to want to be on the beach, right?
Yeah. Why?
Because I'm going to get there a day early and leave a day later than the event and all that. It's a nice little vacation.
Okay. You know. Cool.
Yeah. Stay beachside, How often do you get to stay on the beach, Well, I don't do it a lot.
Yeah, it's pricey though, bro. For 4 days that you're not even going to be at the hotel. Wow.
Cool. What it is.
So the show is Thursday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday?
Yep.
Cool.
Yep.
Cool.
All right, so I'm going to go through and I'm going to kind of highlight first off, here's the wait a second here. I'm missing one. It's all right.
Uh-oh.
Whatever. No big deal. Wednesday night. Now, I'm not qualified to see these bands Wednesday night because I'm not in the... Are you there? Okay. I'm not qualified to see these bands because you have to be camping. This is like a campground stage. You have to be camping to see this. So there's 4 bands. One is called Crooked Teeth, which I thought that was obvious. It's in Daytona. There's going to be a lot of fucking Crooked Teeth there, Cold Kingdom, Moontooth, whoever that is, and, of course, Steel Panther. Now, I've seen Steel Panther. You've seen them, right?
Yes, I have.
I mean, you get it, right? You understand what they're doing here?
Yes.
Yeah. Well,
can you hear me?
Yeah. Yeah, they're like a comedy hair band type thing. They, everything's in jest from their lyrics to their performance and everything. And I get it. I think it's funny as hell. I think it's great. I'm in on the joke, but I imagine some people won't get it or don't get it or whatever.
I've seen them 3 times. Once in Vegas, twice in San Antonio. And it gets old real quick. Their music is really good, but their antics and shenanigans get old real quick. They're misogynistic BS, but so be it. They're good players.
There's the map that kind of gives you an idea of the layout of the place there. So it's going to be a good time. I've been before. The one in Daytona last year was the best one yet, so I'm glad to see they're back in Daytona for that. I mean, no sense
with
going. Go ahead.
With the Steel Panther, you'll have to let me know who's playing bass. Their bass player left like 6 months ago, and I don't think they replaced him. Steel Panther, that is.
Well, maybe there's an opening. Maybe I can get there and see some of the early stuff. I do want to share with you a couple bands I'm going to see. Here's the... let me see if I can put this thing up that says who's going to be there on Thursday. Now, the two main stages is where I'm really going to be at most of the time. Obviously, the Space Zebra stage and the Octane stage. And then the two smaller stages are the Rockvillian stage and the DW Presents stage. But I'm looking here, and a band I heard on the radio. Now, I listen to a lot of iHeart. I mean, we're on iHeart. You can find us on iHeart.
Right.
But I listen to a lot of music, a lot of rock on iHeart, and I've heard this band here, Plush.
Yeah.
Plush. That's interesting to me. All girl band.
Yeah, yeah. Believe it or not, the singer is phenomenal. Phenomenal. First time I ever heard her sing, she had a viral video on on Facebook where she did Steelheart's version of "I'll Never Let You Go," and it's a very high register for even a guy to sing, and she nailed it 100%. And anybody who knows that Steelheart, they're also the band that played the actual music for the movie Rockstar. So, if you ever want to hear those songs in the movie Rockstar, go see Steelheart. It's really good. But yeah, she killed this song, and next thing I know, she's in this band called Plush, and they're opening for everybody. They're hot right now.
Yeah. No, I really like what I heard from them, and I'm interested to see that whole performance there. But next up for me, let's see, who else am I going to see next on that day? Fuel. I've seen Fuel before. I like Fuel.
I know the band. Never heard of them. I've never seen them.
I think they got a new lead singer though from last time I saw them, which was years. Yeah.
Funny story. Guy I used to work with was he worked in the evenings, and I worked during the day in the produce department in New York, and he was a chronic liar, and to the point where we thought he actually lied about having prostate cancer, which he probably did because his hair never fell out. But this guy, he said his son was Justin something or other, and he was the guitar player for Fuel. And like when internet came out, I checked the band's history, and no one named Justin was ever in the band. So wow. I was like, really? The guy lied that his son was in a band? Whatever. People are nuts.
Next band I'm going to see probably Bad Wolves. Have you heard of these guys?
Never heard of them.
Yeah, you're old, dude. That's why you're the curmudgeon here. You're
nice.
You're the. That's all right though. That's all right. No, I like what I hear from these guys a lot. I've heard a couple songs from them. I've seen them before. I thought they were great. I'm looking forward to seeing them again. So, Bad Wolves. Then we're going to see Mammoth. WVH Wolfgang Van Halen, or supposedly anyway. I know his. They canceled a lot of the remaining tour. I haven't heard they're not going to be there though. But any rumors that the name Mammoth is because of his size?
I don't know. How do you come up with something like that? And yeah, he's a big boy. That's for sure. He definitely hasn't had much athletic activity in his youth. So, but I don't know. Why would you call yourself Mammoth? You just open yourself up for jokes.
Yeah, I get it. I mean, he looks like the guy that ate Wolfgang Van Halen. I get it. I mean, I'm not trying to be mean or nothing. I heard a couple of their tunes too. I like them.
Yes.
I don't think I've seen them yet, so I'm excited for that. But Black Label Society. Have you seen Black Label Society?
I haven't. No. A lot of these bands I haven't.
I've seen him in the past at some Ozfests and so forth. I like him.
That's Zakk Wylde?
I think so. I think that's his name, Zakk Wylde.
Yeah.
I don't know. I'm forgetting. I forgot more about bands and names and shit than I'll ever remember again. I mean, I've forgotten more than most people knew or know.
Right.
It's from all the hops and bong resin floating around in my head.
Right.
Well, I was told at a young age that the liver was mean and you had to punish it. So that's what I did.
You did quite the job.
Yes. Anyway, after Black Label Society, this band is something else. This band's something else. in this moment. Okay.
In this moment?
That's the name of the band. Now, the chick in this band, her name's Mariah something. Hang on, I'm gonna look it up. Here it is. It's Mariah Brink. And it's a very theatrical performance. Okay. Like there's like weird. It's very ominous. It's very like she's preaching and she's talking about being a woman, and the pulpit she's on is rising and her dress is getting longer and she's taking up like the entire length of the stage and she's screaming her lungs out and they're playing like some slamming friggin' metal behind her, and it was pretty good. I enjoyed it. There are 2 gold singles. The name's Blood and Whore. That's the 2 songs. Blood and Whore.
Okay. Yeah.
I figured you'd like that.
She be peeing on somebody on stage?
No, that's not her. But she's considered to be the Lady Gaga of the metal world. Yeah,
okay. She'll be peeing on someone.
I'm telling you, dude, there's videos of this chick. You got to see some of the videos, dude. It's freaking crazy. And then I'm going to cap off the night here. 3 bands to go yet on this first day, Thursday. Papa Roach, who I like a lot. I've seen them a bunch of times. I like Papa Roach. And they got some strong stuff out lately, too.
They have the same management as Motley Crue, so I've seen them when they did Crue Fest. I think you've seen them when they did Crue Fest.
Probably. I've seen them a bunch of times. Well, the lead singer from Papa Roach, he does a duet with the chick from In This Moment.
Really?
Yeah, so I've seen that performed too. That was pretty cool to see that. You know, live. You see collaborations live. So
anyway, that's cool.
I like Papa Roach, dude. I like them a lot. I don't know how to describe. You've seen them. You know what they're like. I like them a lot. I'm not going to sit here and tell people I know every band's name of all their songs and their birthdays and shit like that. I used to have all that useless information in my head.
Right. In the band, in the moment band, American Alternative Metal, Los Angeles, California. Wow, formed in 2005. Roadrunner Records. I was thinking that they were all in the same. They're all on the same label. Let's see, Papa Roach.
Well, they've toured with Eminem. They toured with Marilyn Manson. Their new metal anthem, if you would, is Last Resort.
Yeah. Anyway, this is Last Resort, Ready to Rumble 2000. That's 20 years ago. Wow.
Yeah.
I get Papa Roach, and who's the one that sings All Star? Hey now, I'm a crack whore. Get
Smash
your name
Mouth.
on. Yeah, I get those 2 bands confused.
And you probably get Sugar Ray confused with them as well.
Yeah, Sugar Ray. Yeah.
All right.
Yeah.
And then after that, I'm going to see Five Finger Death Punch. So I'm going to be going back and forth, stage to stage. Boom, 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 boom.
Wow.
That's Five Finger Death Punch. He lead singer from Five Finger Death Punch, he's had some challenges. He's had some demons. He's had, I think he's addicted to alcohol or something. I don't know. He's had some challenges, but they've always been strong. They've always been a good performance when I've seen them. I've seen them play at a Rockville before. I've seen them in other events as well.
Cool. Yeah, I've never seen them. I get them and Dashboard Confessional confused.
So measured by total consumption, sales, and streams, they're the number 2 biggest artist in the hard rock space, measured by that consumption. The only band ahead of them is Metallica.
Wow. Well, you would think that Guns N' Roses would be up there too. They were the the first band, the first heavy metal band to have a video have 1 billion views from the 80s and the first band to have 1 billion views on a video from the 90s.
Well, Five Finger Death Punch has 7.6 billion streams and 300 billion video views.
Wow.
With a V.
Wow.
So that should tell you right there. I've enjoyed them. So, and then wrapping up the night, the big headliner, Kiss. I know a lot of the youngsters who are attending Rockville were like lukewarm on the whole Kiss thing. But here's what I say.
Well, they'll be in bed by then.
Yes. Here's the thing. First of all, I'm surprised Gene Simmons is making the appearance at this event because he put out, even after Rockville was announced that they were playing, he's not going to play anywhere where people aren't required to wear a mask and prove they have their shots for the COVID vaccinations. So I was like, I bought the insurance with my tickets. I was like, yeah, I like Kiss, I like Gene Simmons and all that, but he's getting too old. He's losing his marbles. So
yeah. Well, it happens when you're a 7-year-old Jewish guy from New York.
Yeah. Anyway, I'm excited to see Kiss. I've seen them a bunch of times. Wow. You and I saw them together.
Yep.
Took my son to see Kiss. If you're younger and you haven't seen Kiss and you're like, it's freaking Kiss. That's my dad's music. That's my grandpa's music. Whatever.
I know, but it's timeless. It's legendary, and it's more than just the music.
Yeah, it's a show, dude. It's a whole thing with the blood, the fire, the flying around the stage, the breaking the guitars.
Yep.
I think they were one of the first big showman bands. Do you think so or no? Like a gig, like an act.
Yeah, them, Alice Cooper, are right in that wheelhouse there in the early '70s. I don't think anybody was doing what they were doing back then. Now, Motley's kind of does along the same vein. There's more to it than just the music. But yeah, it was. I'd say that them and Alice Cooper were definitely the first.
Think your morning commute was
Can't show that video yet.
Uh-oh.
Anyway, let me pull up this next thing here. That's Thursday. Let me pull up Friday here.
Yeah, just to let you know that I like everything. I'm still good and not frozen, but everything on my screen is frozen.
Yeah, I have no control over any of that stuff, dude. It is what it is. It is, I don't know what to do about it anymore, so I'm just going to keep going forward.
Yeah, don't worry about it. Just, don't expect me to say, what do you see on the screen, Mike? Nothing. So.
Nice. All right, so on Friday. I'm not really. It's going to be a rough one going back and forth again from stage to stage for me, from Space Zebra to the Octane stage. But I think I'm going to get there at around the same time, probably around noon, 1 o'clock, and then chill out, maybe see some of these other bands I'm not familiar with here, and then I'm looking at this. The first real band that I'm excited to see is Seven Dust. I've seen them time and time again. I like them a lot. You've seen Seven Dust, Mike?
I haven't. I'm just familiar with the name. Now, you have VIP for the whole weekend?
Yeah.
Does it include food?
No.
No,
so you get like a $26 corn dog.
Wow. Yeah, and it has to last you.
No, they get some good food, dude. It is what it is. It's, know that going in there. That's what it is. Yeah. So
chicken on a stick, beef on a stick, shrimp on a stick.
No, they have island noodles is usually pretty good. It's like
on a stick.
Chinese thing. You do use chopsticks, so yeah. Pizza. I've had pizza there that was good. I've had barbecue that was pretty good.
Cool.
I've had some good. But yeah, I like Seven Dust. My son used to like them a lot. That was when Trey, my oldest, was I don't know, maybe 2 years old. I think he was 2 years old because him and his mom and I split up around that time, or when he was around 2, unfortunately. And well, fortunately now, everything's all good. But whatever. He would get in the car and he'd be singing like a Backstreet Boys song, and I'm like, yeah, no. So I turn on the radio and they'd be playing a lot of Seven Dust here in the Central Florida area. So he grew to like them a lot. So.
Yeah, my 2-year-old this morning was singing "Turn Up the Radio" by Autograph.
Nice, I like it.
Yeah,
good. You're raising them right. Good.
Right.
This is a band called Baroness. Not Baroness, Baroness. Like a baron, but Baroness.
Okay.
So I'm excited to see them. I think I've heard of them before, but this will be a good way to learn. Then I'm going to see Skillet.
Okay. Them I've heard of, and I think Brenda likes them.
And then Ministry, a band from back in the day. They're like the old speed, industrial, dance, metal, whatever you want to call it. I don't know.
Really? Okay.
Yeah,
I've heard of.
Yeah, you should look up some Ministry stuff. It's pretty crazy, dude. Back in the day. And then Seether. I like these guys a lot. So I'll be going back and forth, back and forth. So from one stage to another, back and forth. All the way through the rest of the evening here. Seether. And I'm going to follow that up with Megadeth, who we saw with Motley Crue.
Yeah. And
Dave
Anthrax
Mustaine
back
company.
in the day.
Breaking Benjamin.
Now, how far apart are these stages?
They're basically opposite ends of the venue.
So it's like a football field apart?
Yeah, you'll have to leave like a few minutes early from one and show up like a few minutes. You know, you're not going to get the best spot unless you miss somebody, like
Right.
2/3 of the way through the day or something for the headliners.
Wow.
Breaking Benjamin, and then Korn. Yes.
Korn. Is that who's taking place of the Foo Fighters?
No. That's 9 Inch Nails. That's coming up on Sunday.
Ah.
So anyway, then the next day, Saturday, there's the Saturday schedule. Let's see who the hell I'm seeing here. I got it all marked off here. The Violent. I'm going to start the day with The Violent at 2:30. Let me see if I got a picture of The Violent in here. I think I do. Hang on, let me pull this down. And put up a picture of The Violent.
Violent.
There you go. There's The Violent. Then I'm going to go right after them on the same stage. I don't have to go back and forth yet. Alexis on Fire. Then I go to the other stage, Dirty Honey. Then I stay at that same stage for Jerry Cantrell. Then I'm going to go back to the other stage for Bush.
What band was Jerry Cantrell in?
I don't know, dude. I probably knew it one time. Again, you got the Google box there. Look it up.
I'll look it up. Yeah, he was. We saw him play with Sammy Hagar in Cabo San Lucas for Sammy's birthday in 2017.
He's got a tune out now called Siren Song. It's pretty good.
He was in something.
Yeah. I don't know. You'll look it up. You'll tell me in a minute here.
Alice in Chains.
You
should
go.
know that.
I should know that.
Yeah.
There's Rise Against. I'm excited to see them. I think I've seen them before at a festival. Then Shinedown. And then Guns N' Roses. I've never seen Guns N' Roses live. And I'm friendly with the picture there. You see, Axl looks like a normal sized guy there.
Yeah, I saw them before I left San Antonio, so probably 2017, 2018, somewhere in that area. I went with a buddy in San Antonio, and ZZ Top opened for him. We got there part of the way through ZZ Top because security was a freaking bear to get into the venue. And yeah, I had nosebleed seats, but I walked down to the floor and was literally 40, 50 feet from the stage. And they played forever. It got to the point I was like, okay, guys, come on, wrap this up. They played for over.
I didn't time my pee out this long. Come on, let's go.
literally played for over 3 hours, and I was like, all right, guys, what do you possibly have left to play? And then like they come up with another hit. I'm like, oh crap, I forgot about this song.
Right.
So
yeah, no, I haven't seen them, and I don't know if they used to do festivals like this because I don't remember seeing them at any festival or any festival lineup. I think they were always doing stadiums and big tickets and stuff, and I wasn't going to plunk down hundreds and, dollars or whatever just to see them, I'll see them at this event. I'm excited about it,
Yeah.
So.
Yeah, I think I think the tickets were relatively inexpensive. That's why I grabbed them. And they played at the Alamo Dome, which is a football stadium in San Antonio. So they played a stadium, but they were indoors. So
All right, there's the Sunday lineup. I'm going to start out the day at about 2 o'clock with Lilith Czar, who I just saw at Earth Day Birthday. Now, if you look at this picture, it looks like she's borrowing the headgear from the chicken in this moment.
nice.
No, I like her. I like her whole attitude. Very thin young lady. She looks like she weighs about 86 pounds, soaking wet.
86.
87, 86, whatever, something like that. Spirit Box. I like Spirit Box. I've seen them at the Rockville in November, and I was surprised to see them on back-to-back Rockville trips here. But yeah, I think I'm gonna see them again. I like what I heard there. The girl's got some energy in her voice there. And notice the picture. Have you noticed all these bands have like the same picture? They're all like standing very stoic, looking different ways. This one looks like it was
been that way.
This looks like it was taken during COVID. Like they're all 10 feet apart. You know, there's 3 people in the band. Not wearing masks, keeping distance.
Right? Like you can't just take 3 people and Photoshop it.
Right? And then Poppy. This is Poppy, Poppy. I've heard of this chick somewhere. I don't know. I think I've heard something of hers on iHeart or something, I'm sure. So I figure, what the heck? This chick is one of them chicks that changes her look up. All these different hairstyles and hair colors and crap. So should be interesting.
Yeah, definitely.
The Struts. Going to see the Struts as well.
Okay.
Doing the back-to-back stage thing. Boom, 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 back and forth. Then I'm going to see the Pretty Reckless. That's that girl from that thing, the CW show or whatever.
Okay.
I saw them before. She looks a little bit like my daughter Ashley. It's kind of funny. She wears cop glasses like that. It's funny. But I saw them in Gulfport and Biloxi, Golf Cart in Biloxi at the Gulfport Music Festival. I think it was in 2014, 2015 maybe.
Wow. Okay.
It's crazy. And then I'm going to go see my girl Lizzie Hale from Hailstorm.
Cool.
I'm excited to see Hailstorm. I got a picture of me and her somewhere. I'm going to dig it up in case I can, show her. Because it's from, like, I don't know, way back in the day at Earth Day Birthday.
Wow. That's interesting.
Whenever I pull out old magazines or old stuff, if I'm talking to somebody to have them sign it for me, you know, they always comment, whether it's an athlete or a musician or something. Oh my God, where did you find this? Look how skinny I look. You know,
right?
Pretty funny. And then I go to see Jane's Addiction. I'm excited for that.
Cool.
Then of course Billy Corgan with Smashing Pumpkins. This is a new lineup, a new band basically. I've seen him since he's had the new band here, but you know, I missed them from back in the day in the 90s, but hey, it's Billy Corgan. He's talented. He's played with Cheap Trick before on stage and on tour.
Cool.
And then they round out the event with 9 Inch Nails. That's the Foo Fighters replacement there. You've seen 9 Inch Nails, Mike?
I don't know. Who did we go see where I got like completely drunk and was throwing up all over Hard Rock Live?
That would have been Alice in Chains.
Okay, I get those 2 bands confused.
Yeah, that's funny.
All right. Yeah. Never a dull moment.
We may have some people or a listener watching that aren't normally listening or watching. Tell them what your genre is. You're like a hair band guy, right? You're like the 80s, 80s bands, right?
The concert of the summer that's coming up is the stadium tour. It was scheduled. Tickets went on sale in 2019 for 2020. And, of course, it was postponed. And then 2021 came, and they postponed it again. And this summer, on the 2nd of July in Jacksonville at the football stadium there, the TIAA field, Motley Crue, Def Leppard, Poison, and Joan Jett. I've seen all the bands before. I've seen Motley 20-plus times. I've seen Def Leppard once before. I've seen Poison probably 10 times. And I've seen Joan Jett once at the Downtown Concert Series in Orlando.
Well, I've gone to see Joan Jett, but I heard Joan Jett only. Even though I had front row tickets to the show.
Okay.
Cheap Trick played first. Then it was Joan Jett, and then it was Journey, I think. And
at the
someone that was with me was had a little too much to drink, so they weren't going to make it the whole show. So
too much rum.
Yeah, something like that.
Yeah.
But it was good. It was all good. I got to listen to it anyway. So anyway, I've been taking down a bunch of these pictures here. I got a ton of these pictures loaded up in here. But I do want to talk about something funny. I do want to shift gears here.
Okay.
Did you ever do a when you were in school? Did they do like grad night or anything at Disney?
No, we had nothing. We never went on a senior class trip. Like most senior class trips, they used to go to like Six Flags, which in Jersey is called Great Adventure.
Right.
Our class didn't do squat.
Well, Disney always kept it nice. This was back when they were the only show in town, so they would have grad nights, and they would space out they would only allow so many people in. So based on your high school and based on how many tickets you sold and so forth and all that stuff, you would have grad night there. And they would have bands come and perform, and they had, some of the bigger attractions, open up and everything.
Right.
There's a story here, if I can get to it. I'm trying to get to it. There's a story here about this high school here went on a trip. All right, this high school is from New Jersey. They went to Disney on their senior trip, okay?
Wow.
This is according to DisneyDining.com. Multiple principals suspended after high school senior trip to Disney World.
Interesting.
It's that time of year when grads all around the country are celebrating the millions of 12th graders who are counting down the minutes to the coveted walk across the stage. But for one high school in New Jersey, the celebration might have gotten out of hand during a senior class trip to Disney World. At high schools in states across the country, it's not uncommon for graduating senior class to plan a senior trip either shortly after or before graduation or immediately following commencement services. At Wall High School, a senior trip is planned every year in mid-March. For graduating seniors in the class of 2022, Wall High School in the Wall Township in New Jersey. Do you know where that is?
Which is right by Asbury Park and Brick. Yeah, there's a town called Brick and there's a town called Wall that are right next to each other. Just north of Asbury Park, south of Sandy Hook, probably an hour from the city.
I think I saw Pink Floyd play there. Thank you. I'll be here all week. Anyway, they chose Walt Disney World in Central Florida for their senior trip. Who doesn't dream of a magical Disney vacation? And for graduating seniors, the Disney experience can make the celebration even more magical. And look, I even have a picture of some of the students here. Isn't that great of me?
Awesome.
But thanks to photos tweeted on Twitter, that's always odd, tweeted on Twitter, first-person accounts, and maybe even the talk around town, the Disney Vacation Senior Trip has been at the center of an investigation at Wall High School. Though the details have not been made clear or public, alleged behavior by some of the high school seniors has come under scrutiny as allegations of improper behavior during the trip have circulated. Three sources very close to the senior trip scenario at the high school have shared that the investigation has begun, yada, 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 yada. Pending the investigation, yada, yada. I guess because there's a lot of minors involved, they're not giving us a ton of information here.
What'd they do?
I don't know, but it gave me, I'm scanning through this to try to see the actual infractions, but they're not giving me a lot, I guess because there's minors involved. But it rang true of some stories. Like when I was in 9th grade, I moved to Florida in 7th grade, and then I moved again, and when you went to 9th grade, you were the junior high. It was 7th, 8th, and 9th in my area, and then 10th, 11th, and 12th was high school. So every year the 9th grade in this school went on a trip, and my year they were like, oh yeah, we're not going to do that. So we found some girl that was in our class that had an 18-year-old sister. She was the chaperone. We all rented a bus and we went to Disney anyway. We all skipped school the same day, had the bus meet us in the parking lot down the street at the Hardee's, and we went to Disney anyway.
Cool.
Well, at Disney, one of my friends got punched in the ribs so hard by some guy that he's coughing up blood, broke 2 ribs.
Wow.
It started raining in the afternoon, and like a lady of Indian descent, not woo woo woo, not TPIT, was running and trying with her hand over her forehead, trying not to get the little red dot wet, I guess. Okay. And my buddy said, "Hey, you don't get your bead wet," or something like that. Well, like 2 minutes later, 2 big Indian dudes came over and punched him in the stomach and left.
Wow. We
were all hopped up on cough syrup. We were all drunk. We're 9th grade at Disney. Right. We're all drunk, popped up on the sizzle, on the purple drink. And on the way back, we closed the park down. On the way back, it's about 11 o'clock at night. Most of my class is on the ferry on the way back from the Magic Kingdom to the main gate, to the parking area. Yeah. One of my classmates jumps off the ferry into the water.
Oh, God, dude.
So they have to do a search and rescue. They stop the ferry. Then by the time we get to the other side, they put us all on the bus. There's cops all around. Now we have to sit on the bus and wait for this guy's parents to make the hour-and-a-half trip to Disney to pick him up before we can leave.
What?
Yeah, dude. It was like 4:30 by the time we left the parking lot at Disney.
Wow.
Anyway.
Yeah.
I would like they have some improper behavior. I'm sorry for all the lead up, but no real payoff here. But I guess because there's minors involved.
Interesting.
Maybe I'm seeing a lot of people that aren't wearing masks. I mean, is that it? There's a couple people wearing a mask. I don't know.
No, there's no more masks at Disney. I'd have to get rid of that. Who knows? You still there, or did I lose you?
No, I'm here. I'm just pissed off that I don't have more for the payoff. It just brought me back from my stories from doing it. And then when I worked at Disney back in the day, they would have grad nights and stuff. They would have bands, but as a Disney cast member, you weren't going to that. You were not allowed to go to that.
Correct. Yeah.
I went to every one of them. What you did was you made sure you worked that day, so you're already on property.
Yep.
Then you mill around, and then there's like an hour and a half or so between when they close the park and then when they reopen it. And they've had it I've been to ones at Epcot, I've been to ones at the Magic Kingdom. Then what you do is you head up toward one of those back areas, and once the gates are open, you just kind of pop out and blend in.
Right?
Yeah, I've seen lots of bands there.
It's kind of hard to blend in with your name badge and Mickey Mouse ears on now.
Yeah, no, well, obviously. So, hurricane season's coming up.
Is it?
These are the hurricane names.
Okay. Anybody I know?
Yeah, Lisa. Lisa's on there.
There's another name on there, too, of somebody. Is Nicholas on there?
No, Nicole is there. I see Alex, Bonnie. Wow, I feel like the lady on Romper Room. Did you watch Romper Room when you were a kid?
Yes.
She had the little magic mirror. I see Michael. I see Donna. I always got excited when she said my name.
Yes, of course.
I was like 5, 4.
I think that was a New York City show. Yeah. I don't think that was a nationwide show.
Yeah. Alex, Bonnie, Colin, Danielle, Earl, Fiona, Gaston, Armine, Ian, Julia, Carl, Lisa, Martin, Nicole, Owen, Paula, Richard, Sherry, Shary, Tobias, Virginie, not Virginia, Virginie, and Walter.
Interesting.
Who gets to pick these names?
Okay. I know the connection now. What's bizarre is my sister-in-law is Lisa, as in Brenda's sister, and her first husband was Walter. I knew there was a name connection there somewhere. But yeah, who picks them? I don't know. They got to be running out of them, because they retire like major hurricanes where people get killed and it's devastating. They'll retire that name. So you start retiring, Michaels and Johns and things like that. You run out of names and you start dealing with Virginie and Gaston. Gaston.
Oh, man. So, well, it's time for that second favorite part of mine of the show here.
Oh.
I'm talking about the alien update. I'd like to be a little smoother in my delivery here, but here we go.
Looking alien! Where? Warning! Alien approaching! Warning! Biophysical
He's an alien. You can be an alien robot, right? Not all robots are domestic.
I computed the aliens. They are capable of sinister and dangerous acts.
You weird alien man!
All right, so the alien update's the time we talk about the people that are obviously aliens or have some sort of alien connection. These people are just way too smart. They make too much money. They've advanced us with technology. And I'm talking about Musk. I'm talking about Bezos. I'm talking about Zuckerberg. I'm talking about Gates. I'm talking about Branson. All these guys that have too much money. If they're not aliens themselves, they're obviously have had a lot of interaction with aliens or been given alien technology by the government. Something's up here because these people just don't tell me out of 7 billion people, these handful, this 5 or 7 people are that much smarter than everybody else.
Right.
Well, lately it's become the Elon Musk show, but he's the only one out there doing stuff. According to KPBS.org, Elon Musk says he's put the Blockbuster Twitter deal on pause over the fake accounts. Now, we talked about this in the last show.
Yes.
This kind of gets me a little bit because Gates is trying to prod him now. They're trying, Bill Gates, who, first of all, okay, Musk used to own friggin' Bezos. Musk would say something stupid and just to bait Bezos. Bezos would say something and something about the space programs. They were kind of competing for the same contracts and everything. Now Gates is getting involved. I don't understand what Bill Gates sees in this, but let me ask you a question. Have you noticed that Bill Gates is always at the right place at the right time with the answer?
I don't follow him that closely, but I'll agree.
He's sort of like Mr. Haney on Green Acres. I think I got one on the truck. He anticipates a problem, he invests in it, then he goes out on a full campaign and he announces what the problem is, but then he tells you he has the answer. He's got a new book out about how to avoid another pandemic. You just have to buy his book and then you have to abide by his rules because he owns the WHO. He owns a lot of food supply places. He owns a baby formula place now, and not going to say that he's partially responsible, but they did shut down a plant, and the baby formula situation we have. So Gates is out there saying that Musk is going to make Twitter worse than it already is.
You never know, If you can predict the future, let me know.
Well, Musk isn't putting up with any of this. Musk had some back and forth messages, some DMs with Gates directly, and Musk even called him out on he shorted Tesla. Musk said, well, you're supposed to be such an environmentalist and such a green person. Why are you shorting the Tesla stock? In other words, he's gambling that the stock is going to drop. That's his position on it. So
right.
What that means is he's going to make money if the Tesla stock drops. So Musk called him out on that and copied the messages they had back and forth. Gates was trying to get him to go in on him on some sort of other project, philanthropy type thing. Like, hey, we're both rich beyond compare, and let's give up some of our money. So,
right.
I just think it's interesting that Bill Gates is going after Musk. It's like Musk seems like the heavyweight champion. He's taking on all comers.
Right? Yeah. Bezos a better contender than freaking Bill Gates.
Well, for as much as I like Musk, I'm going to call him out on this thing here. He, just like Gates, just like Tim Cook of Apple, just like there's Nike, all these companies are making money off slave labor in China, and Tesla is one of them. Well, Elon Musk has recently come out. This is according to TheGuardian.com. Elon Musk praises Chinese workers for burning the 3 a.m. oil. So apparently,
that's 1:30 in the afternoon here on the East Coast.
Well, what he's saying is that he knows the work ethic is a little bit better over there, and for the money that he's paying. Apparently, the workers reportedly made to work 12-hour shifts 6 days in a row.
Okay.
That's half days. That's what I did. That's what I did for 40 years.
Right.
Anyway, this is at the Shanghai Gigafactory, where they pushed the workers to the limit to meet production targets amid an ongoing pandemic lockdown over there still. Because a lot of Shanghai, a lot of China is locked down, except for the people that have to go to work and slave labor, like at Tesla and so forth.
Well, slave labor means that they don't get paid.
Oh, no, they get paid like pennies on an hour.
Well, what's minimum wage? What's the current rate of pay there? Are they getting the minimum? Or are they getting above the minimum?
Well, see, you got to understand where I'm getting a lot of this information on a lot of these topics. I have to get them at publicly available places. I can get them available in a dark area where people will refute it. They'll ban me on social media because the MSM protects things like this. So the MSM doesn't come out and tell you how much they're making an hour, because if you read 60 cents an hour, you would say, holy shit, we can't do business with China anymore. Oh, we got to stop buying Apple. We got to stop buying Nike. We got to stop buying Tesla. What do you think's going on? How do you think these people are making the money? Well, the MSM covers for them. And so, unfortunately, Mike, I don't have an answer to that question, because I'm not going to go and put us in a situation where we're going to get banned on social media because I said something that I found on the interwebs. The truth! But we can't talk about it.
Yeah. Well, that's like the cruise ships. That's why all cruise ships except for one are registered in either the Bahamas or in Panama, and in places like that, because then they're disconnected from the American minimum wage. And these guys will make $200 a week working on a cruise ship, 60 hours, 80 hours a week, and they're happy. They're happy because back home, $200 a week makes you a rich person.
Well,
so
Musk is quoted as saying nobody's ever changed the world on a 40-hour work week. And he's absolutely correct. I get it. I mean, between the restaurant business and the car business, for years, I worked a minimum of 100 hours. That's why I'm a broken down friggin' wreck like I am now. I'm like an old, car. It's just, I only got so many miles left, man,
Yep. And no weekends off.
Right.
At least in the car business, you got Sundays off, right?
No, there's blue laws in some states, but not in Florida, not in other areas where I've been where, no, you're open on Sunday. Yeah.
Yeah.
Musk has also bragged about making Tesla's U.S. employees work 100-hour weeks, which I get. That's what I did for many years, while claiming to have worked 120-hour weeks himself, which I did routinely as well. In March, Musk called an all-hands meeting for his other company, SpaceX, at 1 a.m. in the morning.
Yeah, that's a little ridiculous.
So they call this practice of their work culture in China 996. 996. Workers are expected to work from 9 a.m. to 9 p.m. 6 days a week.
6 days a week.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. They're saying it's a form of modern slavery, but again, they're not telling me how much they're getting paid. They're not getting paid overtime.
Yeah, that's unreal.
I worked for a place back in the day. They used to call it Chinese overtime, and I didn't understand it. This is way back in the day. For every hour you worked over 40, if you were making, and let's say you were making back in the day $5 an hour, which was good money in the late 80s for a kid who didn't know what the hell was going on.
Right.
For everything over 40, you got $2.50 an hour. Not time and a half. You got half time. That's your reward for going above and beyond.
Yeah. And they wonder why unions came around.
Right.
Unreal. Yep. I worked at a very prominent, I guess you could say, box store. And over 40 hours, you got time and a half. But some of the crew, like that worked overnight, they'd call you at 11 o'clock at night and say, hey, don't bother coming in tonight. But we have a truck coming tomorrow, so on your day off that you probably made plans, we need you to come in.
Need you here at 4 a.m.
Yeah, we need you at 4 a.m. Doesn't matter if you made plans or have a doctor's appointment. Right. No, you need to come in because you're not coming in tonight. Oh, you're already dressed and ready to come to work? You're halfway here? Yeah, turn around, go home. Yeah. Homie, don't play that.
Oh my God. All right, hang on a second here. Let me look at this. Okay, we saw that. I missed my get off my lawn part this week. I'll read this story without. You know what? I'm gonna go ahead and I'm gonna play the part here. This is my third favorite part of the show here. Get off my lawn. So I'm gonna play our open for this. I'm not gonna have the guy's picture, but I'm gonna play the open just the same. It's time for Get Off My Lawn.
Not in this lifetime, Sonny. Well, I think you're an overeducated 27-year-old version. As a Mexican, a Jew, and a colored guy go into a bar. The bartender looks up and says, "Get the fuck out of here. Get off my lawn. Used to stack fucks like you 5 feet high in Korea. Use you for sandbags. Can't you people just leave me alone? Get off my lawn." You'd think the cold would keep all the idiots out. What are all you fish heads looking at anyway? Get off my lawn.
Yeah, I like Clint Eastwood. How can you not like Clint Eastwood? Get Off My Lawn, brought to you by Both Mike's Merchandise. Go get yourself a shirt or a hat or something over there. Come on, we need the money. Anyway, looking at this thing here, this is according to freepress.com. A Florida man has been arrested after trying to slow down cars by standing in the road with a shotgun.
Wow.
According to Marion County Sheriff's Office, that's like by Ocala.
Ocala.
A deputy responded to the 23,400 block of Northeast 118th Avenue for an aggravated assault that had just occurred in the roadway. The investigation revealed that Charlie Kramer Sr. was standing in the middle of the road with a shotgun when a victim was driving down the road. The victim had come to a stop in order to not hit Mr. Kramer. Kramer began yelling at the victim about his speed and pointed his shotgun at the victim, who then sped off for fear of getting shot. Deputies met with Kramer, who admitted to everything but stated he pointed the gun at the car, not the victim. He was arrested and transported to the Marion County Jail.
Dumbass.
Buddy.
What's wrong with people? Really? Someone going over the speed limit is enough for you to compromise your freedom? Idiot.
But standing in the middle of the road with a shotgun to stop somebody. Buddy. We've gone mad. The world has gone totally mad. I'm convinced. All right, it's time for something you don't see every day. This was the one I had teased for the last show. If you joined us earlier on twitch.tv/bothmikes, I teased this earlier. Let me see if I could find this again here. Here we are. Here's something you don't see every day. Mike, I want you to give me the play-by-play on this video, okay? You ready? Can you see? You're not frozen? Not if you're with me, brother. Say yes if you hear me. Are you going to be able to see this video? Yes? No? Go fudge myself? Are you there? Can I hear you? Earth to Mike, please say yes. Say something. Can you hear me? Earth to Mike, can you hear me? Can you hear me? All right, I'm going to go ahead here with the, because this show's coming off the rails here. I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to be the one to describe what's going on in this video. There's an 18-wheeler here, outside Chicago, and there's a car underneath it. And they're just going down the interstate. This guy's dragging a car.
She got herself wedged underneath the speeding big rig. A nearby driver captured the bizarre video as the tractor-trailer driver kept dragging that car down this busy Chicago highway.
Crazy.
At one point, you can see Gardner waving for help.
And look, you see the person waving their arm out the car? I mean, they are under the middle of a tractor-trailer, perpendicular to the tractor-trailer, and they're being dragged by the tractor-trailer.
Think your morning commute was tough? Look at this.
It's freaking crazy.
Outside Chicago, police say the driver of that Honda Accord, 19-year-old Alicia Gardner, was changing lanes.
Right, looks like we lost Mike here.
Wedged underneath the speeding big rig. A nearby driver captured the bizarre video.
Can you imagine, though? You're driving down the road, and you get trapped underneath a tractor-trailer, and the tractor-trailer doesn't stop. They're dragging you for miles.
Thankfully, police were able to stop the truck, rescued Gardner.
I can't even imagine what that feels like, getting dragged for miles like that. Anyway, you can check out that video on twitch.tv/bothmikes, on our YouTube page. You can check it out wherever you find us. Find us where you find stuff. You can find us on Facebook, Spotify. We're on Spotify video now as well. iHeartRadio, Google Podcasts, Podbean, Pandora, Twitch, Apple Podcasts, Google Podcasts, TuneIn, iHeartRadio, Podchaser, Pocket Cast, Castbox, Podcast Addict, Deezer, Castro, Anchor, YouTube, Overcast, Breaker, Player FM, Amazon Music, Radio Public, and Stitcher. Oh, Listen Notes and Twitter, of course, as well. Thank you for listening. Thank you for watching. I want to give a shout out to my man Gino Losi. You want to catch some monster fish? Check out my buddy Gino Losi. Look him up on the socials. GINOLOSI. There's Mike. We have Mike back. Can you hear me, Mike?
I can hear you.
Okay, good. Good. All right. Let me show you this video. I'll show it again so you get to see it.
Think your morning commute was tough? Look at this. This is outside Chicago.
I've seen this, dude.
The driver
how can a truck?
Was changing lanes.
How can the truck driver not?
And look at the person waving out the window. Hey, I'm in here.
Yeah,
I'm in here.
As the tractor trailer driver kept dragging the car down this busy Chicago highway.
The truck driver must have felt something when this car blew in there.
Thankfully,
and she's lucky to be alive.
Yeah,
you know that car is half underneath that tractor trailer.
Freaking crazy.
And I think the freaking truck driver knew it was there, and he was just road raging and pissed off, and just
hoping she would shake loose and he'd keep going.